Cotton Bowl, Ohio State versus Texas. Big question I have is what team's going to show up for both teams? Is it going to be the regular season Ohio State, or is it going to be this new playoff Ohio State? Texas, can you just play your full potential one freaking game? That SEC loss, SEC championship loss, was a joke. That game against Arizona State last week, complete joke. You're so much more talented, but it never shows up. You look so good off the bus, but it never shows up on the field. Finally, can you freaking win a game? Even last year, you lose to Washington. I know Washington's a solid team, but Jesus, you're Texas. At what point do you guys finally step up and win a freaking game? You're the Penn State of the SEC. Golly. All right. In this video, we're going to do schematic breakdowns on the whiteboard. We're going to talk about offense and defense, both teams. I'm going to have a film throughout this video. Please consider subscribing. Just getting going here. If you're a subscriber, check out the links below. I got this free sticker thing I'm going to do when I get 1,000 subscribers. But we just started Beers by Ivy a couple months ago. We got a lot of good traction. A lot of really badass commenters too. So if you got a vision for this game, comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll comment you back. But yeah, we gotten a pretty awesome group of people already building in this little community that we have. So nonetheless, like we always do, we want to talk about the coaches. All right. In my opinion, this is an even playing field. Okay. Ryan Day, really amazing coach, really great game planner. Hasn't really won that big game yet in his career, right? Had some good playoff success, but nothing elite. Sark, same thing. Really good coach, but hasn't had that individual great win in his career. So they're both on the hunt. They're both looking for their momentum of their program to become at that elite championship level. Both are good game planners. Both run, unique, fast-paced offenses, and both are fun to watch. So I think if you're on both teams, you like your coach. You probably at some point don't like your coach, but right now I think you feel pretty good about your coach, okay? And then we jump into quarterbacks. Sometimes I think Will Howard is freaking incredible, and other times I'm like, he's just B. He literally, for me, can range from a B quarterback to an A quarterback. It's all about mindset. It's all about letting him just throw the rock that we've seen the last 2 games. Attack, attack, attack. Put the ball in his hands and tell him to spin it. Throw it with some authority like he keeps doing. Find number 4. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Quinn Ewers, same freaking thing. You got to tell him, dude, let the dogs out. Throw the rock. Don't be scared. Don't be timid. Don't throw the ball with a bunch of air under it and let it hang. Zip it. Boom, boom, boom. You're the leader of this team. Personal challenge, especially with the adversity of potentially having to ship off to another school next year because Arch Manning's in. This is your time. That's what I'd be telling him, all right? So I think from a quarterback standpoint, I also think it's kind of a wash. If you're an Ohio State fan, you probably think Will Howard's a little bit better. If you're a Texas fan, you probably think Quinn Ewers is better. Both are solid. Both can win this game. Both can be the reason why they win this game. Talk about the offenses real quick, just a little snapshot. Is I wrote down Ohio State attack, speed and space, power run. Texas, like these are themes. Attack, speed and space, speed run. Go, 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 speed run. I heard Joel Klatt say this earlier today on his show that Ohio State's no longer protecting, they're chasing. I think that has to be the mindset for both of these teams. You're chasing victories, you're not protecting. And specifically for Texas, I feel like they try to play like Hollywood a little too much, like I'm the cool guy on the football field. Yeah, the sport of football is about hitting someone directly in the face. This isn't a nice sport. It's marketed as a nice sport. NFL, get your popcorn. No. Football is about hitting people right in the sternum as hard as you can every single play and never letting up. It is a violent game. And whoever's going to be tougher is going to win this game. The Hollywoodness that Texas plays with, that Ohio State played with earlier this season, get it out of your freaking life. This is playoff football. This is prime time playoff freaking football. And I'm freaking here for it. Let's go. All right, Texas offense, Ohio State defense. This is their run game. Their run game's actually been pretty damn pathetic. All right, I got a stat here, 2 of them. 53 yards total run game against Arizona State. 31 yards against Georgia in the SEC Championship, your run game. Texas, you got to get better up front blocking. These 5 offensive linemen better bring their A game because guess what? Ohio State is one of the best run defenses. Ohio State's defensive line is incredible in the run. It's better than their pass game. Shout out here. Obviously, Jack Sawyer, potentially, I don't know who the exact leader is of the defense, but a lot of people say he's the leader of the defense. Makes sense. He's played pretty damn big recently. And Tyreek Williams, the defensive tackle, Ohio State. Watch this guy. Unbelievable hands. For his size, like 300 pounds, his ability to make quick moves. He's lethal. Texas O-line, you got to step up if you have any chance of winning this game. Because the worst case scenario is you can't run the ball, and then you have to throw the ball over and over again, and then you let Ohio State's 4-2-5 eat you alive. 5 defensive backs, of which I'll get to in a second, are freaking sick for Ohio State. These guys just woke up one day and decided, let's play some freaking football. Because I'm telling you right now, I watch every single Ohio State game. What defense we've seen the last few games, this is a new freaking era of defense for Ohio State, and I'm, once again, absolutely here for it. In the run game, Texas loves to use misdirection with a fake here, go here, but they really look for just speed, outside zone run game, where they essentially hand the ball off in shotgun, try to get to the corner, try to get right inside the tackle, and everybody blocks zone, zone, zone blocking, and they try to get out there in speed. These offensive linemen need to get on their horse, get their footwork, get their foot in the ground, hit somebody. In terms of the pass game, they have 2 different kind of modes. One is, of course, they just literally snap it right to Hewers. He takes 1 step back and then he delivers the football. The other type is a play action, right, where they fake to the running back. He kind of pulls out a little bit, and these receivers tack downfield. Texas is very good at throwing the ball in the second and third level. Okay, actually, second's down here. I apologize. Second and third level. All right, second level being the linebackers, and third level being the safeties. And honestly, what they're really good at also is throwing in between those levels, which is splitting the linebackers and the safeties. They are lethal. All right, they got to be on their A game, because now I'm going to talk about Ohio State's defense. All right, once again, defensive line, super good. Ohio State has this rotation of a 4-2-5. 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Knowles, Jim Knowles, Ohio State's defensive coordinator, is letting Caleb Downs play like Troy Polamalu. He's letting him play like Bob Sanders, if you guys remember him from the Colts Super Bowl run. All right, this guy's spinning down. But these 3 guys right here, all right here, this triangle effect, Downs, free safety, Ranson, strong safety, Simon, middle linebacker, they are constantly in rotation. All right, there's one spinning down, the other one's spinning up. They hit hard, they blitz hard, and they cover space extremely well. And with covering space, I'm not just talking like, they're fast. No. I mean, they are very smart players. They know where to be. They fill the hole, they fill the need, especially Downs. All right, number 2. He'll make a play that you're like, how the hell is he even there? How did he know the ball was going to be there? He's that good, I'm telling you right now. So once again, if Texas doesn't get this run game going, then these boys are going to know the pass game's coming, and they're about to eat. And guess what you also have to worry about? Your defensive ends, Sawyer and the boys. Obviously, I'm already probably sounding so biased, and I can't help it, but I just think Ohio State's going to win this game by over 2 scores. Let's get into the Ohio State offense. Ohio State offense, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? What did we talk about versus Tennessee? Attack, attack, attack. Where did we want to attack against Tennessee? Third level. Why? Because that's our strength of our team. Jeremiah Smith, Emeka, attack, attack, attack. Get the ball in your playmakers' hands. All right, and then you work down to the second level. All right, what did we also say against Tennessee? Power, run, game. What happened against Michigan? We tried to run outside zone. Our guys aren't good enough, but we're great. Ohio State is a great power run offense, power run offensive line. These big boys up front pick up blocks extremely well. They pass off blocks extremely well. All right, so get the ball to Henderson, get the ball to Junkins, run freaking north. Will Howard, attack, and if you see number 4, man on man, throwing the ball. I think we've all learned that over the last 2 weeks. Jeremiah Smith, maybe one of the best freshmen to ever play the sport of college football. Give him the rock. He's the X. He's the number 1 guy, number 1 receiver at Ohio State. In terms of Texas' defense, on film, I just don't see them as being in Texas' defense. Some Texas fan can literally comment and tell me why I'm wrong, but I just don't see it against the top tier teams. All right, but that being said, every single one of those guys is a freak athlete, and they make individual incredible plays, but I just don't I don't feel like they play great freaking defense. I would expect that Texas is going to put essentially 2 guys constantly on Jeremiah Smith. They're going to say, this dude's not beating us. So you're essentially going to see a safety. I'm going to use blue, actually. Sorry. You're going to see a safety over the top wherever Jeremiah Smith is. Okay, see this kind of how they're boxing him in right here. X, corner, safety, right over him. Or they'll have the linebacker over him, and this guy will shift over. This guy will drop back right here, and they're kind of boxing him in. be on the lookout for that, right? That's usually how you handle a really good receiver. So I think Ohio State will adjust and they'll put him at the Z position, otherwise known as the slot position, and he'll be able to run routes inside and outside and north from this position. All right. So once again, Will Howard, attack, attack, attack. That is your game plan. That is your mission. Let the ball fly out of your hands, spin it with some authority. So that's really it. Both teams need to run the ball and both teams need to have the mindset of attack, attack. But once again, I just think the difference in this game is going to be that Ohio State's defense is becoming like world class or a defense everyone will remember in the future. Like I think they are becoming that good in terms of this 4-2-5 system, the rotating safeties and linebackers that they have. I mean, it's sickening, and the defensive line stepping up. I just really, really feel strong about Ohio State, and that's not because I'm an Ohio State fan. That's just what I see. All right, Texas would have to finally need to play a full game, of which I don't think they've done against a key opponent in all year, maybe even last year. I just have not seen the consistent football play. Thanks for checking out today's video. I feel like I just ranted about how good Ohio State was for 10 minutes, but it's just how I'm feeling. All right, I just call it how it is on this channel. All right, guys, appreciate your time. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for giving the video a shot. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, cannot wait. This may be the best week of football ever. All right, we have 2 playoff games, college football. Both of those games are going to be freaking awesome. And then we move right into NFL wildcard week. What could be better? Football, football, and more football. All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks.